So when I got here, I thought that we'd be like stretching and walking around in a circle, maybe doing some Zumba. But we moved right into deadlifts, and I'm still doing over 200 pounds of deadlift. I was floored by how hard the workouts are, and then how much attention we get from the coaches individually, and it's not just for strength, it's also for mobility.
It's helping me stay fit. I've had a lot of people, both in my professional and my personal life, tell me that I look better this pregnancy as far as my physical fitness.
I've been the NCOIC for P3T for about 2 years now. So when I was pregnant with my son, the P3T program was not. It wasn't a thing in my previous unit. So coming here and seeing what our H2F instructors have done with the P3T program is tremendous.
The overall intent of P3T is to, while they are pregnant, is to minimize the amount of strength losses, endurance losses that they're going to have. And then once they're postpartum, to help maximize and get them back, if not better than they were before they got pregnant. We implement that by bringing in one of our strength coaches to help do the programming for the P3T class, as well as bringing in the dietitians and the other pillars to speak every once in a while on whatever subjects that the P3T soldiers are requesting.
We have people within every trimester here. So when I came in being early on, I knew what limit I could push myself to, and the coaches always openly communicate with you.
Asking them how they're feeling every day, if there's second or third trimester, if they're not feeling as well, just asking them how they're doing. If you see a movement that's not looking quite right, and just kind of bringing them to the side and asking them a couple questions, modifying the movements as needed, and really just trying to encourage them to keep lifting and keep moving as much as they can throughout the pregnancy, because it's only going to help them later on.
Having the coaches and the NCOs kind of watching you and being familiar with how you work every single day has been super helpful, because there are some days where maybe I don't want to admit that I'm having a harder time, but they can see it. So then they'll say, okay, well, why don't we just scale back on what you're doing today?
One of the things that really benefited me being in my first trimester for P3T was that it was at 8:15, because I had gotten myself in the mindset I still need to get up at 4:45. And when I found out it was at 8:15, I was like, oh, this is going to be easy. I had no idea how much sleep I needed. I was more tired than I have been on any deployment than I've ever been on.
Being in the P3T program has helped me be more conscious of the fact that I should be eating before I come in to PT every day. Because before I was just so used to getting up so early in the morning and kind of rushing out the door to get to formation. But because we have all of this extra time before PT, I'm able to get up, I'm able to eat something before I come in and make sure that I have that energy to do the workouts well.
We like the workout, we like the sweat. We try to motivate each other so that we can get better. Just because you're pregnant doesn't mean that you can't lift or you can't run or you can't stretch the way you would if you weren't pregnant.
I definitely think I'm more prepared for this pregnancy just because of how the program is starting off. Is this time I can kind of start off and maintain where I was physically and kind of get better when I get back from giving birth.
I feel excited to come here and get after my goals, because it's not only going to support me, it's going to support my baby and my family, which then supports my career as well. So it's all reciprocal. So it supported me in a lot of ways.